Hey, what's up guys, it is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool no setup card trick. This is known as the Biddle trick. It's somewhere around the beginner to intermediate level range, so the majority of you guys should be able to do this with some practice. Now, we have a giveaway going on the channel right now. If you guys want to enter, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you guys like about the trick, the video, the channel, anything like that, and you guys will be entered. Make sure those post notifications are turned on. We're giving away 10 decks of cards, so if you win, you will get to select your deck of cards. And then we're also giving away 5 $10 Amazon gift cards, so $50 of Amazon gift cards. Hope you guys enter that. Once again, just like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Now, we are in the process of figuring out some merch that we want to release on the channel. We could do shirts, stuff like that. We are planning on doing a deck of cards. Now, what we need is we're going to ask if anyone watching this video is something like a graphic designer or good at, sort of like Photoshop, anything like that, and who's willing to make us some sort of deck design. You can take inspiration from one of these decks. Just a cool deck design that would be the official Card Shuffler 99 deck. Basically, we're not really graphic designers. We can't design very well. So if anyone out there is willing to try this on Photoshop, it would have to be something online. It can't just be like a drawing on a piece of paper because we can't really make anything out of that. But if you guys want to design a deck of cards for us, email us at cardshuffler99@gmail.com. Basically, email that, let us know you're willing to do it, and basically you can send your actual design there. If we select your design for the official Card Shuffler 99 deck, one, it would just be really cool because you'll know that you designed that deck, but we'll also pay you for the design and we'll give you a free deck of cards if you guys win that sort of contest, right? So let us know in the comment section if you guys are willing to try that. And anyway, let's get straight into the trick.
So we need our spectator Adam to select any card in the deck. Doesn't matter. Don't let me see it. I'm going to turn around, make sure the camera knows what it is.
Perfect.
You got it?
Yep.
We're going to take it, place it somewhere into the center of the deck, maybe right around there, and we're going to push it in. Now, Adam, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set the deck down right here, and I want you to think about what half the deck you like more, the top half or the bottom half. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the deck right now to the top and the bottom. This is the top, that is the bottom. Which one do you prefer?
Bottom.
Bottom. I'm going to give you the bottom half of the deck, and I'm going to keep the top. Now, I'm thinking your selection is somewhere in the top half of the deck. And not just anywhere in the top half. I think it's in the top 5 cards, maybe. I think it's in the top 5 cards. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you these 5 cards. And if you see your card, don't say anything. Wait until I'm finished, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions, all right? Here we go. Don't say anything if you see your card. Now, Adam, did you see your card in one of these 5 cards?
I did.
You did? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you that half of the deck. And once again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to snap my fingers. And you'll notice one card happens to disappear. Do you still see your card here?
I don't.
You don't? Well, if you actually look in the deck, there happens to be one card face down. Just happens to be your selection, the 3 of hearts. All right, guys, that is the trick. Let's learn how to do this. So, cool part is there is no setup to this trick. It's the Biddle trick, so you don't need any setup at all. You just need a deck of playing cards. So, how to start this trick? You can have the cards shuffled, right? Doesn't matter. Shuffle as much as the spectator would like. Doesn't have to be your deck. You can use a borrowed deck. Doesn't matter. You need to have them select a card, and you're going to control it to the top any way you want. It really doesn't matter. The way I did it is I had them select a card, right? And what I did is I just did the turnover pass, where you just get a break, right? And I turned over the bottom cards, turn these over, and just set the deck down. That's one way to do it. I mean, you can do it any way you want. I'm going to show you a simpler way, just for the beginners out there. Have them select a card, right? And they look at it. And it's important that you don't see the card. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but it's just best for the fact for you not to know what card they selected. I think it's much better. So just say, hey, don't show me the card. All right, make sure everyone can see it. So you turn around, they look at the card. What you're going to do is you're going to place it somewhere into the middle. It doesn't really have to be perfect. And what you're going to do is when you push the card in, you're not going to push it in normally. You're going to push down on the card when it gets to about here. Now, when you push down on the card, what happens is it creates a natural break in the deck. So what you can do from here is you're going to stick your pinky in this break so you can hold the break like that. So you have a pinky break now. And you can do a couple of things from here. You could either give the deck a few cuts. So take a few cards from the top part of the deck, put them down, take some more, right? You can do this as many times as you want, but the last cut you do has to be the bottom half. So you can do this as many times as you want, but once you get that break, I'm here at the break, just put the rest of the cards on top. Because if you do it again, you're not going to control their selection to the top of the deck. Or you could just do it a much simpler way. Not really much simpler, but put the card in, a double undercut, so you get the break. Right, you have the break, that's exaggerated. And you're going to take half the cards from the bottom, so you're holding it in your hand like this. You're going to take half the cards from the bottom, bring it to the top, slide on top, and then the rest of the cards, and bring it on top. And that simply controls their card to the top of the deck. Now from here, what you can do is you can give the cards some false shuffles, whatever false shuffle you guys know out there. And you can give it a riffle shuffle too, just making sure that you keep their selection on top of the deck as you shuffle it, so I know their selection is still on top. So you want to convince them that their card is lost. You can do this as many times as you want, just make sure it stays on top. So once their card is on top of the deck, you don't need to know what it is. You're going to say we're going to split the deck into two halves. Now, doesn't matter how you split it. You can have the spectator split it. So let's say they split it. Just make sure you know which one's the top and which one's the bottom. No matter what, you're always going to use the top half of the deck. So this is something known as Magician's Choice. So you're going to force the top half of the deck on them. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, I know this is the top half, this is the bottom. Make sure you clarify that with them first so they think it's really their choice. So you say, which one do you want, top or bottom? If they say bottom, you say, all right, that's fine. I'm going to give you the bottom half of the deck, all right? And and then you yourself, the magician, will take the top half. Now, let's say they happen to choose, hey, I want the top half of the deck. You'll say, okay, that's fine. We'll use the top half of the deck and we'll set the bottom half right over here, or you can hold on to it. So that is the magician's choice. So no matter what happens, whichever half they choose, you're always going to choose the one with their selection on top, and they get the bottom half of the deck, you get the top. So just use magician's choice for that. What you're going to do from here is you're going to say, I think your card is somewhere in the top half of the deck, and not just anywhere, the top 5 cards. So you have a few options here. You're going to count off the top 5 cards, right? And when you get to 3, you could either do this. You could put the next 2 cards on top, or you can just count them normally. But you're going to have to do a move if you count them normally that just looks like this, which is you just bringing 2 cards to the bottom. And what this does is it puts their selection in the second position. So whatever you do, all you have to do, no matter what happens, you need their selection in the second position. So their selection's on top, right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take off the top card, and you're going to take the next one, right? And you're just going to put them both to the bottom of the deck. So after you do that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going with the selection 9 of clubs. All right. So you count off 5 cards. 1, right? And you're just talking to them. You can make eye contact, right? And you're going to say, ask them, I think your card is in, top 5 cards here. I'm going to show you. Don't say anything if you see it. So once again, their selection is going to be the 9 of clubs here. It's going to be the top card. So you're going to flip the cards over, put them on top of the deck like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start peeling off the cards. You're going to say, don't say anything, all right? No matter what happens, their card's going to be the second card. And what you're going to do is you're going to peel off the top card, right? And you're going to peel off the second card. This is their card. You're going to hold a break above this card, right? And when you take this third card, you're going to put this card on the bottom of the deck, like that. So you're dropping it off, right? So now the 9 of clubs is here. and then you're just going to count off the rest of the cards, right? From here, what you're going to do is you're going to take this part of the deck. You're going to say, we don't need this anymore. We're going to place it right there. All you're doing is, since you stole off the 9 of clubs, which was in the second position, one more time. Should look like this, right? Get a break. Put it on the bottom of the deck. Peel off the rest of the cards. Take these cards. Put them on there. From here, you're going to say, make sure the cards are squared up. You're going to say, we have 5 cards. You only have 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, 1. You're going to bring this card back to the bottom. Like this. You're going to put it on the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes it look like you have 5 cards. So once again, 1. Put this card on the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, you can show them the cards. Their card will disappear and reappear in the deck, face up or face down, whichever way you want it to appear. There's the trick, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.